Hello and welcome to Team Adelaide's video training on AWS Comprehend. This training video is made for Agile project management for AI. A transcribed copy of this video can be downloaded from the link below. For technical support, please send us an email at group-teamadelaide@queensu.ca. Let's begin our journey on learning AWS Comprehend by first understanding what Amazon Web Services is all about.
Here are the training material outline. First, a general overview of Amazon Web Service and some of its features. Next, description of AWS Comprehend, its main features, why we use Comprehend, and how we use Comprehend, and its advantage and disadvantages. Third, training on AWS Comprehend on the Amazon Web Portal, from sign up, analyzing text, to calling the API using the code. Next, answering some of the question sets about Comprehend, general AWS, and some advanced topics. And last, an appendix especially about Yelp data, AWS access key creation, and installing Bo2 3. What is AWS? AWS is a cloud-based platform used for building solutions for business using interconnected web services. It provides a variety of pre-built servers which can help business build their custom cloud-based solutions. It helps companies with a wide variety of workloads such as game development, data processing, warehousing, archive, development, and many more. It provides a feature which allows you to choose a service according to your need, which ultimately saves time and money. Here are some of the features of AWS. First, AWS has mobile-friendly access. AWS Mobile Hub is for Android and iOS. It supports and guides towards a suitable and compatible feature for any app. AWS Mobile SDK, it supports Android, iOS, Web, React Native, Unity, and many more. This feature allows the app to directly access AWS such as DynamoDB, S3, and Lambda. Next is serverless cloud functions. It allows developers to deliver a great experience to their users by providing a backend code at once to them that responds to their code. Third, databases. All the database service is managed by AWS. Relational database for transactional purpose, non-relational database for internet scale applications, data warehouse for analytics, in-memory data store for caching and real-time workloads, graph database for application with highly connected data. Next is storage. AWS storage is economical, flexible, and easy to use. It can be used independently as well as combined to meet any requirement. Fifth, security and compliance. AWS provides maximum data security. It allows customers to scale and innovate. Last but not least, AWS provides a marketplace, an online store where a customer can immediately search for suitable software for his or her business. It is designed to accelerate the growth of AWS from third-party providers. In this training video, we will be learning two of the most popular Amazon Web Service, S3 and Comprehend. Amazon's Simple Storage Service, or Amazon S3, is a great service to store and retrieve data from the cloud. S3 allows the user to store, upload, retrieve large files up to 5 terabytes at once from the cloud. It is a scalable, low-cost, and high-speed web-based service designed for archival and online backup of application programs and data. Amazon Comprehend is a natural language processing service that uses machine learning to find insights and relationships in the text. It uses machine learning to help you uncover the insight and relationships in your unstructured data. The service identifies the language of the text, extracts the key phrases, places, people, brands, or event, understands the sentiment of the text, analyze the text using tokenization and parts of speech, and automatically organize the text files. And there are many more services that's included in the AWS. And last but not least is IAM. It enables to manage access to AWS service and resources securely. Using IAM, we can create and manage AWS users and groups to use permission controls, allows and denies their access to the AWS resources. IAM is a feature of the AWS account, offered at no additional charge.
What is Amazon Comprehend? Amazon Comprehend is a natural language processing service that uses machine learning to find insights and relationships in text. Amazon Comprehend uses machine learning to help you uncover the insights and relationships in your unstructured data like customer emails, support tickets, product reviews, social media, advertising, copy, etc. This can be used to represent insights into customer sentiment that can be put to work for your business. The service identifies the language of the text, extract key phrases, places, people, brands, or events, understands how positive or negative the text is, analyzes text using tokenization and part of speech, and automatically organize a collection of text files by topic. You can also use AutoML capabilities in Amazon Comprehend to build a custom set of entities or text classification models that are tailored uniquely to your organization's needs. So what are the main features of the Amazon Comprehend services are? Key phrase extraction. The key phrase extraction API returns the key phrases or talking points and a confidence score to support that this is a key phrase. Sentiment analysis. The sentiment analysis API returns the overall sentiment of a text, for example, positive, negative, neutral, or mixed. Syntax analysis. The Amazon Comprehend Syntax API enables customer to analyze text using tokenization and part of speech and identify word boundaries and labels like nouns and adjectives within the text. Entity recognition. The entity recognition API returns the name entities like people, places, locations, etc. that are automatically categorized based on the provided text. Custom entities. Custom entities allows you to customize Amazon Comprehend to identify terms that are specific to your domain. Using AutoML, Comprehend will learn from a small private index of examples. For example, a list of policy numbers and text in which they are used, and then train a private custom model to recognize these terms in any other block of the text. There are no servers to manage and no algorithms to master. Language detection. The language detection API automatically identifies text written in over 100 languages and returns the dominant language with a confidence score to support that a language is dominant. Custom classification. The custom classification API enables you to easily build custom text classification models using your business specific labels without learning ML. Topic modeling. Topic modeling identifies relevant terms or topics from a collection of documents stored in Amazon S3. It will identify the most common topics in the collection and organize them in groups and then map which document belongs to which topic. Multiple language support. Amazon Comprehend can perform text analysis on English, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish text. This lets you build applications that can detect text in multiple languages, convert the text to English, French, German, Italian, Portuguese, and Spanish with Amazon Translate, and then use Amazon Comprehend to perform text analysis.
So let's talk about AWS Comprehend in more detail, starting with why someone should use the platform. First of all, it's an easy to use NLP platform which needs minimal to no machine learning experience. Secondly, it helps uncover the insights and relationships in unstructured data by identifying things like the language of the text, key phrases, places, people, and even positive or negative sentiment. Next, AWS Comprehend supports general and industry-specific text ranging from email to complex medical information. And also, AWS is a fully managed service, meaning you don't need to provision servers or machine learning models to build, train, or deploy. Moving on to the use cases of the platform, Comprehend's many functionalities make it well suited for different tasks, such as customer analytics, as you can analyze customer interactions in the form of support emails, social media posts, online comments, and discover what factors drive positive and negative experiences. You can provide better search engine experience by enabling it to index key phrases, entities, and sentiment. It helps focus the search on the intent and the context of the articles rather than generic keywords. AWS Comprehend allows you to organize and categorize documents by topic for easier discovery and then personalize content recommendations for readers by recommending other related articles. You can also handle customer support tickets to improve overall customer satisfaction by using custom classification to automatically categorize incoming customer support documents, such as feedback forms, support tickets, and product reviews. You can then use custom entities to filter and route documents to the team which is best suited to solve the problem. Last but not the least, using AWS Comprehend Medical can help you understand and identify complex medical information found in unstructured text to help make indexing and searching easier to thus improve patient care and accelerate clinical research. Now let's talk about some pros and cons of AWS Comprehend. Some advantages are that the platform is easy to use as it enables you to build text analysis capabilities such as language detection, sentiment analysis, topic modeling, etc. in your applications with a simple API. It is a low-cost and affordable service. You only pay for the documents analyzed with no minimum fees or upfront charges. AWS Comprehend is designed to seamlessly integrate with other AWS services such as Amazon S3, AWS Lambda, AWS KMS, and so on. And since it is a highly scalable service, Comprehend can analyze millions of documents across a variety of use cases such as customer support tickets, product reviews, social media, medical records, which we talked about earlier. And also, AWS Comprehend can be customized to suit your business needs with very little machine learning experience, as it only requires labels and a small set of training examples. While AWS Comprehend provides many benefits to the users, there are some disadvantages too. Firstly, it's a relatively new platform and the interface is missing the rich functionality that NLP practitioners are accustomed to. It's great for starting out, but missing the depth of already well-known platforms. Secondly, AWS Comprehend is not a complete AI solution and requires a more DIY setup pace. It works well if you have a clearly defined text analysis need, but has limited capabilities to explore options with undefined purpose. Next, the outputs from AWS Comprehend are produced in zip files, which need to be extracted and processed further for consumption. Also, for advanced users, the model selection is limited, so if more are needed, the service cannot be relied on, and data teams have to go back to building their own and then deploying the models themselves. Lastly, the platform billing and consumption usage is not so transparent, so it's difficult to estimate and forecast the monthly cost of using the platform full-time.
Hi everyone, welcome to Team Adela's training on AWS Comprehend, a better and smarter way of text analytics. Our training tutorial is divided into 4 different parts. In first part, we will show how to set up AWS account and create different types of users using identity access management. In part 2, we will show you how to create and manage a S3 bucket. Part 3 will make you familiar with AWS Comprehend Console, including different sections of AWS Comprehend Console, how to create and use custom classifiers, and how to create sentiment analysis tasks using AWS Comprehend. In Part 4, we will show how to use AWS Comprehend API to detect dominant languages, named entities, key phrases, sentiment, and syntaxes. Let's move to AWS Console for hands-on demo.
When you sign up for Amazon Web Services, AWS, your AWS account is automatically signed up for all AWS services, including Amazon Comprehend. If you're a new AWS customer, you can get started with Amazon Comprehend for free. If you already have an AWS account, skip to the next section. To create an AWS account, open portal.aws.amazon.com/billing/signup and follow the online instructions. On the contact information page, select Personal and fill up the information. Click Create an account and continue. Fill up the payment information page. Click Verify and Add. You will be brought to the Confirm Your Identity page. Click Send SMS. Once you have completed your AWS account sign-up and billing information, you will be brought back to the IAM console. To create an administrator user for yourself and add the user to an administrator's group, sign in to the IAM console as the account owner by choosing Root User and entering your AWS account email address. Click Next. On the next page, enter your password and click Sign In. After you have logged in to the IAM console, enable access to billing data for the IAM admin user that you will create as follows. On the navigation bar, choose your account name and then choose My Account. Scroll down to IAM user and role access to billing information. Click Edit. Select the checkbox to activate IAM access. Click Update. Scroll back to the navigation bar. Choose Services and then type IAM to return to the IAM dashboard. In the navigation pane, choose Users and then choose Add User. On the Details page, do the following. For username, type Administrator. Select the checkbox for AWS Management Console access. Select Custom Password and then type your new password in the text box. By default, AWS forces the new user to create a new password when first signing in. You can optionally clear the checkbox next to User must create a new password at next sign in to allow the new user to reset their password after they sign in. Choose Next Permissions. On the Permissions page, do the following. Choose Add User to Group. Choose Create Group. In the Create Group dialog box, for group name, type Administrators. Select the checkbox for the Administrator Access Policy. Choose Create Group. Back on the page with a list of groups, select the checkbox for your new group. Choose Refresh. Choose Next Tags. On the Tags page, add metadata to the user by attaching tags as key value pairs. Since this is optional, we'll click Next Review. Verify the group memberships to be added to the new user. When you're ready to process, choose Create User. On the complete page, you can download a CSV file with login information for the user or send email with login instructions to the user. Click Close. Your log information would look like this. To create an S3 bucket, let's first log out as the root user. Then click Sign in to the console. We will sign in as the IAM user. Select IAM user. Enter the 12-digit account ID we have received from the CSV file. Click Next. Enter the IAM username. Enter the password. Click Sign in. Search for S3. Then click Scalable Storage in the cloud. We will be uploading our Yelp training dataset that we have created. On the S3 console, click Create Bucket. Enter a bucket name. Click Create. Click the newly created bucket. Click Upload. Upload the training dataset. Then click Upload. File will be uploaded. Once uploaded, we will see our Yelp train.csv in the bucket. Click Amazon S3. We will go back to the Comprehend console. On the navigation bar, click Services. Type Comprehend. Click Amazon Comprehend, Analyze Unstructured Text. Click Launch Amazon Comprehend. The Amazon Comprehend console enables you to analyze the contents of documents up to 1,000 characters long. The results are shown in the console so that you can review the analysis. You can replace the text with your own text either in English or one of the other languages supported by Amazon Comprehend, and then choose Analyze to get your analysis of your text. Entities. The text is color-coded to indicate the different entity types such as organizations, locations, dates, and persons. Below the text being analyzed, the results pane shows more information about the text. Each entry showed the entity, its category, and the level of confidence Amazon Comprehend has in this analysis. The Key Phrases tab lists key noun phrases that Amazon Comprehend detected in the input text and the associated confidence level. The Language tab shows the dominant language of the text, and Amazon Comprehend's level of confidence that it's detected the dominant language correctly. Amazon Comprehend can recognize 100 languages. The Sentiment tab shows the overall emotional sentiment of the text. Sentiment can be rated neutral, positive, negative, or mixed. In this case, each emotional sentiment has a confidence rating, providing an estimate by Amazon Comprehend for that sentiment being dominant. Finally, the Syntax tab shows a breakdown of each element in the text, along with its part of speech and the associated confidence score. You can create and train custom classifiers using the console, and then run asynchronous classification jobs to analyze your documents. You can also use the same custom model and add an endpoint to it to run custom classification requests to gain real-time insights about your text. To train the classifier, you need a set of training documents. You label these documents with the categories that you want the document classifier to recognize. From the left menu, choose Customization and then choose Custom Classification. Choose Train Classifier. Give the classifier a name. The name must be unique within your account and current region. Select the language of the training documents. You can train a document classifier using any of the languages that work with Amazon Comprehend. However, you can only train the classifier in one language. If you want to encrypt the data in the storage volume while your training job is being processed, choose Classifier Encryption and then choose whether to use a KMS key associated with your current account or one from another account. Under Training Data, choose which classifier mode to use. Multi-class mode. Choose this option if the categories you're assigning to documents are mutually exclusive and you're training your classifier to assign one and only one label to each document. Multi-label mode. Choose this option if multiple categories can be applied to a document at the same time and you are training your classifier to assign one, many, all, or no label to each document. If you choose multi-label mode, choose the character delimiter you want to use to separate labels when there are more than one label per line. Enter the location of the Amazon S3 bucket that contains your training documents or navigate to it by choosing Select Folder. The IAM role you're using for access permission for the training job must have reading permissions for the S3 bucket. Click Browse S3. Click our bucket. Select our training file. Click Choose. If you want Amazon Comprehend to create a confusion matrix that provides metrics on how well the classifier performed during training, enter the location of an Amazon S3 bucket where it will be saved. If you choose to encrypt the output result from your training job, choose Encryption, and then choose whether to use a KMS key associated with the current account or one from another account. Choose Use an existing IAM role, and then choose an existing IAM role that has read permissions for the S3 bucket that contains your training documents. Only roles that have a trust policy that begins with comprehend.amazonaws.com are valid. If you don't already have an IAM role with these permissions, choose Create an IAM role to make one. Choose the access permissions to grant this role, and then choose a name suffix to distinguish the role from IAM roles in your account. To launch your resources into Amazon Comprehend from a VPC or Virtual Private Cloud, enter the VPC ID under VPC or choose the ID from the drop-down list. To add a tag to the custom classifier, enter a key value pair under Tags. Click Train Classifier. The new classifier will then appear in the list, showing its status. It will first show as submitted. It will then show training for a classifier that is processing training documents. It will finally show trained for a classifier that is ready to use. Click on the classifier name to see more information about it. We can see the number of labels, the number of trained and test documents, as well as the different metric scores about the classifier. Click on Custom Classification to go back to the list. Once you have created a custom document classifier, you can use it to categorize a group of documents. To create a custom asynchronous classification job, from the left menu, click Analysis Jobs. Then click Create Job. Give the classification job a name. The name must be unique to your account and current region. Under Analysis Type, choose Custom Classification. From Select Classifier, choose the custom classifier to use. If you choose to encrypt the data in the storage volume while your classification job is processed, choose Job Encryption and then choose whether to use a KMS key associated with the current account or one from another account. Under Input Data, enter the location of the Amazon S3 bucket that contains your input documents or navigate to it by choosing Select Folder. This bucket must be in the same region as the API that you are calling. The IAM role you're using for access permissions for the classification job must have reading permissions for the S3 bucket. Click Browse S3. Click our bucket. Choose a training data file. Click Choose. Choose the format of the documents to be classified under Input Format. These can be one document per file or one document per line in a single file. Under Output Data, enter the location of the Amazon S3 bucket where Amazon Comprehend should write the job's output data, or navigate to it by choosing Select Folder. This bucket must be in the same region as the API that you are calling. The IAM role you're using for access permissions for the classification job must have write permissions for the S3 bucket. Click Browse S3. Select our bucket. Click Choose. Supply an output folder. If you choose to encrypt the output result from your job, choose Encryption, and then choose whether to use a KMS key associated with the current account or one from another account. Then select the permission. To launch your resource into Amazon Comprehend from a VPC or Virtual Private Cloud, enter the VPC ID under VPC or choose the ID from the drop-down list. Choose Create Job to create a document classification job. Once our job is completed, we can check it on S3 by going to the navigation bar and clicking Services. Type S3. Click S3 Scalable Storage in the cloud. Click our bucket. Click Adelaide. Click the first option. Click the output folder. We can download the GZ file for our analysis. You can use the Amazon Comprehend console to create and manage asynchronous jobs, such as entities, key phrases, primary language, sentiment analysis, topic detection. To create a sentiment analysis job, from the left menu, click Analysis Jobs. Click Create Job. Under Job Settings, give the job a name. The name must be unique within the region and account. For analysis type, choose Sentiment. Select the language. If you choose to encrypt the data in the storage volume while your job is processed, choose Job Encryption and then choose whether to use a KMS key associated with the current account or one from another account. Choose the data source to use. You can use either sample data or you can analyze your own data stored in an Amazon S3 bucket. Click Browse S3. Click our bucket. Select our training data file. Click Choose. Select the input format. Optionally choose whether input data is contained in one document per file or if there's one document per line in a file. Supply and output data. Click Browse S3. Select our bucket. Click Choose. Supply an output folder. If you choose to encrypt the output result from your job, choose Encryption and then choose whether to use a KMS key associated with the current account or one from another account. In the Choose an AIM role section, either select an existing IAM role or create a new one. To launch your resources into Amazon Comprehend from a VPC or Virtual Private Cloud, Enter the VPC ID under VPC or choose the ID from the drop-down list. Click Create Job. Our job will change status to in progress. Once our job completes, we can go to S3 to check the results. To do so, go to the navigation bar and click on Services. Type S3. Click on S3 Scalable Storage in the Cloud. Click our bucket. Click Adelaide Sentimentary Output folder. Click the first option. Click the output folder. Download output.tar.gz. Our output file would look like this. Amazon Comprehend would assign a sentiment to each of the lines in the file with a corresponding confidence score for the mixed, negative, neutral, or positive sentiments. Performing the similar steps, we can create jobs on Amazon Comprehend to perform entities detection, key phrases, primary language, sentiment analysis, or topic detection. To call the AWS Comprehend API and detect the dominant language of a text, we need to import Boto3. Then create an instance of Boto3. Define a text variable. Call the detect dominant language method of Boto3. And that's how we call the AWS Comprehend API in a code. To call the AWS Comprehend API and detect the entities of a text, we need to import Boto3. Then create an instance of Boto3. Define a text variable. Call the detect entities method of Boto3. And that's how we call the AWS Comprehend API in a code. To call the AWS Comprehend API and detect the key phrases of a text, we need to import Boto3. Then create an instance of Boto3. Define a text variable. Call the detect key phrases method of Boto3. And that's how we call the AWS Comprehend API in a code. To call the AWS Comprehend API and detect the sentiment of a text, we need to import Boto3. Then create an instance of Boto3. Define a text variable. Call the detect sentiment method of Boto3. And that's how we call the AWS Comprehend API in a code. To call the AWS Comprehend API and detect the syntax of a text, we need to import Boto3. Then create an instance of Boto3. Define a text variable. called the detect syntax method of Boto3. And that's how we call the AWS Comprehend API in a code.
Hi, and welcome to AWS Comprehend Trivia. There are 3 levels and 5 questions each level, so let's see how you do. Level 1 questions. What is not a most common use case of Amazon Comprehend? A. Voice of customer analytics. B. Identifying the main topics from a library of documents. C. Semantic search. Or D. Knowledge management and discovery. I'll give you 10 seconds. The correct answer is identifying the main topics from a library of documents. Next question. AWS Comprehend allows you to import or use a developer's custom NLP model. Yes or no? No. No fun for you. Third question. What security measures does Amazon Comprehend have? A. Requests to the API and console are made over a secure SSL connection. B. Comprehend utilizes checksum, which ensures that no one tampers with the contents of a message and prevents a malevolent actor from intercepting a legitimate service call and changing it to perform an unacceptable action. Or C. Focused on stopping threats at the perimeter of the data center. It's the most obvious answer. A. Requests to the API and console are made over a secure SSL connection. Fourth question. Which of the following do you need to manage with Amazon Comprehend? Scaling resources, code, training dataset, or none of the above? The answer is D, none of the above. Fifth question. Which metric best tells if Amazon Comprehend is giving accurate results? Accuracy score, F1 score, confidence score, or logarithmic score? Obviously, it's the confidence score. Congratulations, you've completed level 1. You still looking solid? Let's start with level 2 questions. General AWS. This AWS service includes EC2, Elastic Beanstalk, Lambda, Autoscaling, and Lightstat. A. Computing. B. Storage. Or C. Networking. The right answer is A. Computing. Let's try this again. This AWS service includes S3, Glacier, Elastic Block Storage, and Elastic File System. A. Computing. B. Networking. C. Storage. In this case, it's C. Storage. In AWS, what is auto-scaling? A concept where businesses can show personalized content to their audience based on their geographical location without changing the URL. B. Helps to create customized content for the audience of a specific geographical area, keeping their needs in the forefront. Or C. A function that allows you to provision and launch new instances whenever there is demand. This is very obvious. C, a function that allows you to provision and launch new instances whenever there's demand. What is not an instance in EC2? A, on-demand instance. B, execution instance. C, spot instance. Or D, reserved instance. The answer is execution instance. What is true about an IAM role? It defines a set of permissions for making AWS service requests. B, it has full access to all the AWS IAM functionalities. Or C, it is used to interact with AWS services directly. In this case, the correct answer is A. It defines a set of permissions for making AWS service requests. Congratulations! You have completed Level 2. Let's start with Level 3 questions, the more advanced questions. Question 1. You are a machine learning engineer who is on the lookout for a solution that will discover sensitive information that your enterprise stores in AWS and then use NLP to classify the data and provide business-related insights. Which among the services would you use? A firewall manager. B, IAM. C, MACI. Or D, cloud HSM. Did you guess C? If you did, you were right. It's MACI. Question 2. Suppose you are a game designer and want to develop a game with a single-digit millisecond latency. Which of the following database services would you use? A, RDS. B, Neptune. C, Snowball. And D, DynamoDB. The correct answer is DynamoDB. Question 3. If you need to perform real-time monitoring of AWS services and get actionable insights, which service would you use? A, CloudWatch. B, GuardDuty. C, Firewall Manager. Or D, EBS. Did you think about A? Well, you're right. It is CloudWatch. Congratulations. Fourth question. As a web developer, you are developing an app targeted especially for the mobile platform. Which of the following lets you add user sign-up, sign-in, and access control to your web and mobile apps quickly and easily? A, Shield. B, MACI. C, Inspector. Or D, Cognito. The correct answer is Cognito. Kind of like incognito, but with knowledge. Last question. You are a machine learning engineer and you are looking for a service that helps you build and train machine learning models in AWS. Which among the following is being referred to? A, SageMaker. B, Deeplands. C, Comprehend. Or D, Device Farm. If you guessed C, Comprehend, you would be wrong. The correct answer is A, SageMaker. Congratulations, you've completed Level 3. How did you hold up?
download a copy of the Yelp customer reviews dataset, let's go to kaggle.com. The file is about 3.53 gigabytes. Click on download. Wait until download completes. The Yelp customer reviews file has 10 fields and more than 5 million customer reviews divided into 5 categories as shown here. For the purpose of this training, we would randomly select a balanced dataset of negative and positive sentiments. But before we do that, we will combine stars 1 and 2 as negative sentiment and star 5 as positive sentiment and remove stars 3 and 4. We will do this on Python code a little bit later. Let us now split our Yelp reviews dataset into training and test sets and drop the columns we don't need. To do so, let's import the needed libraries. Then let's read the file. We can check the file. We are only interested in the stars and text fields for the purpose of this training. Let's drop the columns we don't need. Let's drop the records we don't need. Records having stars equal to 3 or 4. Let's rename the stars field to sentiment. Then let's update the sentiment from 5 to 1 and all other else to 0, so we'll only have 2 labels. Let's check the dataset. Our 0 and 1 sentiments are relatively balanced. Let's split the dataset. Let's save our trained dataset to CSV. And let's save our test dataset to CSV as well. And there you have it. We have splitted our Yelp reviews dataset into training and test sets and dropped the columns we don't need. To create an AWS access key, go to the IAM console by going to the navigation bar and clicking Services. Type IAM. Click IAM Manage Access to AWS Resources. In the left pane, click Users. Click the appropriate user. Go to the Security Credentials tab and click Create Access Key. Click Show. Take note of the access key. Before we can transact with any AWS service from our Python code, we first need to have Boto3 installed in our system. Boto3 is the name of the Python SDK for AWS. It allows us to directly create, update, and delete AWS resources from our Python scripts. Let's install Boto3. Once we have installed Boto 3 on our system, we can now use this package on our Jupyter or Python scripts.